Hello everyone, welcome back to Whispers of Hope, our Legend of Zelda based D&D campaign. I'm Zom, the Dungeon Master Zom, and I'll be joined today with Jaxi for a small bonus episode here. Just a solo thing between us, depicting the events of Jaxi's new character, Demira, just before she joins the party. So,
Hi.
we're gonna jump into it pretty quick here because I won't have a recap since I don't know what happens yet. But at this point, she would be in the party now. So this kind of, just as I said before, this is kind of just a show of events that happened that led up to her joining the party. And with that, we will jump right into it. Shift my music over, and we'll get started. Alright, so our story starts today with a horse-drawn wagon and a caravan that is traveling with said wagon. This traveling party is heading east in the mountain pass in the outskirts of Mudo. The weather today is very dry and hot. It's early in the afternoon, and the weather seems to be mostly clear. Again, this horse-drawn wagon is carrying mostly military supplies with one rather large weapon crate that seems to be placed with care more so than the others. And then in the front of the wagon driving is Bria, the Hylian woman with pink hair, blue eyes, and an eye patch. She has two twin-tail ponytails and has light skin. There are two knights leading the wagon itself to guard the wagon. Zell, also a Hylian woman with blonde hair, short blonde hair and two buns, with brown eyes and light skin. And Kaida, the ex-Yiga member who has black hair, blue eyes, and dark skin. And then leading up the rear is the two marksmen, Liam and Mandiri. Liam is an ex-Shiekah member, or ex-Yiga member with dark hair, red eyes, and dark skin. And Mandiri is an ex-Shiekah member with white hair, red eyes, and light skin. And the party itself is traveling at a very lackadaisical pace. They're not really rushing by any means, and just kind of taking their time. The only one who really, the two main people who seem to be paying attention to the most part are Zell in the front and then Liam in the back. Zell has very stoic expression, doesn't seem to be interacting with Kaida as much as Kaida is trying to interact with Zell. So the two seem to be speaking about some heroes and rumors that they've been hearing on, and Kaida actually looks over to Zell and is attempting to start a conversation, even though she seems to be ignoring him for the most part. He just says that, have you heard about the rumors of these self-proclaimed heroes that have been searching out the Blade of Legend? And Zell doesn't really acknowledge him, but kind of gives him a half look, and he just kind of takes it as, I'm just going to talk to myself. Fine. And he's just kind of like, wow, it's like, it's not like these heroes would even know what it means to be heroic at this point. And at that comment, Bria kind of sarcastically remarks to them, saying, like, as if you would know what it takes to be a real hero. And Kaida just responds with, if these heroes are so heroic, then why aren't they doing anything about this war in the West? Which kind of unintentionally makes a little awkward silence as Bria just kind of doesn't really respond to that. But they keep, so kind of just awkwardly is like, oh, whoops, that was a little blunt, but they keep moving. While they're traveling along the tone seems to shift a bit while they're traveling. Not that the party really notices quite yet, but after a little bit longer, Liam kind of pipes up, adding on to the context of the conversation before, and just kind of says, well, at least these heroes are doing something compared to the Zoras who are just about to throw a big party while this war is going on, which at that point Zell kind of chastises him immediately and calls him out, saying it's not just a party, it's a coronation. The king is taking the crown, the new king. So this is a very big deal politically. And Liam also kind of just like backs off a bit. And then just to lighten up the mood a bit, Mandiri kind of speaks up in kind of sing-songy manner that I really wish that I could go to that party, because then I could finally meet Mifa, and maybe that would be, maybe get to know her a bit more, which Kaida just kind of laughs at her and just says, you're not smart enough for her, so you don't even have a chance. And at that point, most of them are laughing, and after a while, Liam kind of interrupts the conversation and says, hold on, wait a second, as they hear some heavy footfalls that are echoing throughout the mountain pass. And they all kind of stop for a moment and listen to hear what they think they hear. Might they hear aloud? Which causes them all to freeze in place. They just kind of look around in concern. And Mandiri kind of speaks up quietly and just goes, that doesn't sound good. And almost immediately as they utter those words, there's the sound of a loud explosion just above them, as some sort of explosion blows up off the side of the mountain pass, causing a rock slide to crumble down towards this party, which the party manages to jump out of the way, but unfortunately the wagon is damaged due to the rocks. The horses themselves were also managed to break free as well. So the mercenaries, after the landslide seems to have stopped, kind of take cover behind the rubble and just kind of go, what the heck? And Bria recognizes, and she says, I think that was a Lionel's roar. That's not good. Do you think we should run? Which Zell sarcastically just speaks up, and you know how important this delivery is. Her fate it would be better for us to die in combat than to let this shipment go undelivered. And with that, they do see this massive centaur / lion-like creature start to walk up towards them. With that, we will shift over to the battle map. Very large red-maned Lionel appears in front of them. The battle.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh. Comes a Lionel through the wall. Quite literally. Alright, and with that, the Lionel gets its first turn. Almost as if it's a surprise round, because the party goes, what the heck just happened? The Lionel itself, seeing the party members in front, immediately lunges towards Kaida and attacks them using a goring attack. We'll do that. 23, that definitely hits. So with the process of Lionel just immediately charges out in front, hits Kaida immediately, and catches him in his horns. Immediately throws him. he actually gets. Yes, he does. So Haida gets immediately thrown back into the carriage, and lots of the boxes and crates have get damaged in the process, as well as this massive crate that seems to be most protected. After the dust settles a bit, you can see a large pole axe peeking out through the splinters of the large crate. The pole axe is made of a dark metal with a sharp blade curved. And there's an aquamarine affixed to the axe head, as well as you can see a detailed wolf head in the center. Deal the damage on how much that did. That low roll feels bad.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny. The flat 2d8 I rolled max damage, and the goring attack rolled barely any damage, so that is 25 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
Haida, which the wind just is immediately knocked out of him as he's flung into this cart, stunned by what just happened. But that will end the Lionel's turn as it looks towards the rest of the party in a threatening manner. That Zell's turn is up next. Zell just looks back to Liam and says, motioning to all the party, but specifically pointing out to Liam that watch out for more explosions and stay focused. We need to survive this. With that, they are going to use their leadership ability on Haida, which is essentially bless while Zell is alive, or until they take a rest. So, and then with that, they will move up in an attempt to block the Lionel's path leading to the rest of the group. Next up will be Liam. Hearing what Zell just says, he does shift his way up. 2, 3. In the process of him starting to walk up, the Lionel, its eyes immediately shift towards him and going to make a reaction to shoot at Liam as they start to walk more than 5 feet. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. 14, that just barely hits. Oof, that's a lot of damage. He takes 40 points of hit damage as
Oh no.
the arrow, it's only one arrow in his bow, but as soon as he looses the arrow, it sparks out in lightning energy and splits into 5 bolts that hit Liam in 5 different spots, and he just kind of in this shock as he immediately, literally shocked as the lightning damage hits him, but he kind of shakes it off and keeps running up further to get some space, and will take 2 shots against the Lionel. Miss, and that's it. Take 9 points of damage. And that his turn ends. Up to Mandiri, who also is very close, but wants to get up close to help Zell out the best that they can. They are going to run up to the side of the Lionel, attempting to flank. And they are going to take 2 slashes at the Lionel's legs with their sickle. 30-20, that'll hit, and that'll be 4 points. Alright. So the first slash comes down and makes not a very deep cut, but makes a cut regardless in the front leg of the Lionel, and in its response it kind of just jumps back and looks at Mandiri, which causes her to miss her second slash as she is threatened heavily by this massive creature in front of her. And with that, that will be her turn. Coming back up to Kaida, the poor man who got flung into the cart. In the process of Kaida getting flung into this cart, he kind of has dozed off a bit and shakes off the vertigo in his head from getting flung heavily, shaking off a concussion most likely. In a moment of panic, he sees the poleaxe that's sticking out of the wood and is like, well, it's supposed to be a magical weapon anyway, so maybe it'll help. And he goes to grab it, and as soon as he touches it, there is a sound that he hears. And a bright light blue light shimmers as he grabs the weapon, and the weapon itself starts to shift and change into a tall, well, not a tall, but a statuesque, your art makes you look tall, statuesque feminine form in an instant, and then an identical copy to the poleaxe that he just grabs appears into the hand of the feminine statue in front of him. At that moment, he just kind of shouts at the thing, going, what the? Okay, that's new. Whatever. Either way, help us kill that thing. Get going. And at that point, Jax, you can describe your character.
Oh, here we go.
We'll remember to show you this time. Yep.
The poleaxe shifts into a metallic humanoid form that levitates ever so slightly off the ground, like a statue of a woman forged from a dense, iridescent ore that moves with impossible malleability. What would be its skin is a radiant off-white metal that resembles pearl, adorned in polished deep indigo black metal that mimics the designs of the weapon itself. The right leg mirrors the detail of the pole, a sharp pauldron atop its left shoulder like the aquamarine blade of the axe head, an elegant carved pauldron on the right shoulder that matches the blunt end of the axe, and an intricately carved wolf head crest on the chest. A complex magical rune delicately cut from aquamarine is embedded in the left thigh. Like long synthetic hair, incredibly fine strands of the pearlescent material float up and shift as if blown by an ethereal wind, fading into glittering mist at the tips. Its Hylian-esque face remains expressionless in contrast to the dire events unfolding around it. And it seems to take this command from Kaida and sort of looks around the battlefield, taking in the situation.
With that, you can roll for initiative, and I will add you into the turn order.
Woo! I'll use blue.
Double die.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 10 for initiative.
I guessed your number.
Again.
Apparently,
We did
I'm
a little practice.
good at guessing your
and
number.
You guessed it last time, too.
Nope.
I'm so predictable.
Apparently. And then with that, we'll say that that was...
Me.
Maybe. Who knows? That was Kaida's action to try to grab the weapon, which awakened you. So with that, he's going to take half of his movement to get up, and then he will just get in front of Bree to try to keep her safe. And with that, he will end his turn. Well, actually, I forgot. His command to tell you is essentially his version of his leadership to give you a command. So you have leadership as well.
Yes, please.
Colors, so I don't forget. And with that, that ends his turn. Coming up to Bree, who saw Kaida get flung and is all scuffed and scratched up. Terrified of this massive beast, she's going to reach out and attempt to cure wounds on Kaida. +4. Will heal 9 points. Good. And then with that, she will back off, try to get space, but still stay. We'll go right there. Stay within range of people that she can get to, but with that, it will be her turn. And we are back up to the Lionel, who is looking down at the two women in front of him. Just kind of not intimidated at all by the small stature comparatively. He will look down specifically at Mandiri before making 2 of their sword attacks, which on a normal person, they'd probably be a great sword, but you know, for a Lionel, it's just a regular sword, but they're going to make 2 slashing attacks against Mandiri, since that's the first person that hit him. 15 hits and a 16 hits. Oh boy. Alright. 25. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, that's... Mandiri takes 47 points of slashing damage.
Oh, no.
They are still up, but they are pretty heavily bleeding as they take... The first slash is just cut straight across their front, and in the process of them just kind of reeling back, the Lionel flips around and slashes them in the same manner against the other direction, leaving 2 massive, large gashes on her chest. And with that, the Lionel will end turn. And Zell is up next, seeing their party member just getting attacked. They are just going to leap at the Lionel and try to hit it. The roll is, I think it's a +5. 12, that unfortunately does not hit. Well, with the massive stature of this creature, as she leaps into the air and tries to make a big slice against it, it just kind of catches her sword in its horns and pushes her off the side again. And that is her turn, unfortunately. Back up to Liam. Seeing his party members get attacked, he's only going to move 1 spot over before taking 2 shots against the Lionel. Crit, and that's it. First one being 6, rolled to 12, plus 3 is 15. Calculator. So as this creature, you can see this kind of all happens at the same time. So as Zell kind of jumps up to try to hit them, and the Lionel catches her blade. As he goes to throw her, because he caught the blade, Liam takes his chance to shoot the Lionel, and it hits it directly in the head, dealing a good chunk of damage. And it takes a second shot, which did already hit. And they take 11 more points of damage as the second shot hits its shoulder as it reels back in pain, and just is now angry at the man who just shot it twice, and its eyes kind of do go towards Liam. With that, Demira, you are up next.
Okay.
Or, well, right now.
Okay. The weapon glides forward, closer, as close as it can get, and reaches its arm out and seems to bestow a curse, a rune of like burning white light that is the same design of the rune on its thigh onto this Lionel, and casts Hexblade's Curse with the bonus action. So it is now cursed.
Okay.
And then
You forgot to take that off from last session, so it's on there still, but that's good.
Demira will try to get some attacks in because that's her main command currently.
Sure.
So, standard roll.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, checking. That's a natural 1.
Oh.
Getting rid of
She's
the purple
waking up.
die.
It's the
Yeah,
first
I'm a
time
little
she woke
groggy.
up. She's a little...
I was just born 2 seconds ago. Okay, we'll try again with another die for a second attack. You've got to be kidding me. It's a 2. Restart.
The curse is back.
The curse is back. As soon as we're recording, it's back.
It's back. The dice.
Okay, so it tries to swing towards the Lionel, but it's kind of at the maximum range it can get to it from with its poleaxe, and the attack swings a bit wide, tries to swing again, and that one also doesn't quite hit.
Lionel kind of sees you make the swing, the 2 swings at it, and just kind of
Don't look at me.
rears back on its hind legs, just kind of lifting itself up out of the way as the 2 slashes come towards it. Don't look
All
at
right.
me.
Don't look at me. That's my turn. At least it's cursed.
It is cursed. With that, Mandiri is up to go next. She's gonna just kind of try to move back around behind it to flank a bit better, and they will make 2 slashing attacks against the Lionel. That's 8, and that's 9. Whoops, that's damage, not roll. Try that again. 17 and 24, both those hit. Alright. 6 points for the first, and 4 for the second, for 10 points of damage. Now that the Mandiri is behind the Lionel, she actually, I will word it the way I liked to word it before, as just being distracted by Zell, she runs between its legs and makes 2 slashes on its hind legs as it runs past behind it, under its legs, because this is a creature that is standing about 15 feet tall. It's a very large creature. So, with that will be her turn. And that brings us back to Kaida, who, again, shaking off the toss that he experienced before, will also run up to the Lionel and just go for an attack. 20 plus 5. That's a 24. That hits. 10 plus 3. That he just was angered at this thing that threw him, and just also kind of similar to Zell, just leaps into the air and tries to make a heavy slash, which the Lionel that got cut in its hind legs kind of stumbles for a bit, which lets Kaida take advantage of that as he leaps into the air and slashes a large gash across the front of the Lionel. Takes 19 points of damage. Math. Oops. That's a great number. Right. That is Kaida's turn, as the Lionel takes, like I said, a big old gash in its front of its chest. With that, we are ranged. We got here for 50. Okay. Got enough range, so she's gonna walk here, which the Lionel doesn't like movement, so the Lionel's gonna try to shoot at her as its reaction. I think I forgot to do last turn, actually, but oh well. Distracted. Oh, that definitely is gonna hit. Oh, that's All right. All right, Bria.
No.
Bria also,
Oh no.
she's not dead, but
Okay.
as Bria is afraid, I mean, it's better that it happened before she did the thing I was about to do. Yeah, the Lionel just glares at the caster that starts to make a move out of its range, and it shoots it with the arrow that splits into 5 and just pierces her 5 separate times as she takes 40 points of damage.
Oh Jesus.
And she is also heavily bleeding now, just like Liam. I am rolling really good for the Lionel today. But as her action, she is going to cast Bless on her 3 companions. I think she's in range now. What is it, 30 feet? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So she will cast Bless on her 3 companions. Let's do that. Now she is concentrating. They all have Bless. One more of her spells. And with that, that will end her turn. Leading us back to the Lionel, who doesn't really like that it's surrounded right now. And doesn't like the archer that attacked it. So it's gonna use its Misty Step to up to there. And it's going to swing at Liam with a reckless attack. Good thing I did do reckless, because that was a net 1. Here's 21 to hit. And a crit. Oh, you're very dead, probably, Liam.
No. No.
Probably.
The practice combat didn't prepare me for this.
The first hit is 32. Yeah, that's definitely dead. And then the crit is that doubled. So he takes 32 points of damage from the first slash, and then 72 points of damage from the second slash, which definitely goes over his max health. And he unfortunately is just pretty much cleaved in half by this Lionel as he falls to the ground in a bloody mess.
Oof.
And the Lionel just turns to face the next closest target, which is Bria. And that will end his turn. Going up to Zell again, who is extremely angry that her companion just got cleaved in half. They are gonna immediately jump up in front of Bria to try to keep her protected. Again, the Lionel doesn't like movement, so it's going to make a bow attack against her. The 15, that does not hit, so she manages to just do kind of a slide, leg slide, whatever, dodge, getting out of the way as the arrows just into the ground underneath her. She gets up right next to this beast and is going to try to slash at its legs while she's doing that. Five. That does not hit, unfortunately. So she managed to dodge the hit, but because of the way she dodged, it kind of threw off her balance, and she was unfortunately not able to connect as the Lionel just kind of jumps up above her sword slash. But she is now at least in the way to hopefully help her companion at least. Right, next would have been Liam, but he's very dead, so that brings it back to Demira.
Okay. The weapon Demira moves up to here, 25 feet of movement, and then uses 5 feet of movement to bait and switch with Bria.
Go ahead and move.
Okay. And so it glides up behind Bria and then protectively pulls Bria behind her to get in front. And I'm still in 10 feet of it, so even if I kind of attack on an angle to avoid hitting Zell, I can still hit it. So Demira will still try to attack this thing again. It's kind of holding up its hand to its head and shaking its head as if it's still a bit disoriented. But it will try again.
We'll say that Zell is still kind of half prone as she ducked down, so you're making a slash kind of above her head or whatever.
Yeah. So we will try to hit again.
It was
has the Lionel
reckless.
used? Yeah. Okay, I thought so. So I get advantage this time.
Yes.
Which is good because that's a 3. I got a 1 and then a 2 and then a 3.
So you should get a 4
give
on
me
this
4.
next draw.
Okay, no, that's better. That's a 13 plus 9.
Yes, that does.
So 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that one hits. That's a D10. To use this one. Okay, good. That's 10 plus 6 is 16, and I get a plus 3 on it because it is my curse target. So that is 19 points of slashing damage, magical slashing damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And then Demira will try to swing again with a second attack. Okay, 16 plus 9, that's 25 to hit.
Yep, definitely.
And
just barely.
Just barely.
Just barely.
Okay, and then this is
Don't forget you have your bless thing too.
Yeah, that's not. Is that for damage? Just to hit, right? Not for damage.
For hitting and saves. It's just like bless.
Save. So yeah, not damage.
Yeah, just like bless.
Yeah. So that is 7 plus 3, so 10 additional slashing damage. And then Demira will flip the pole axe around to then use that momentum to try to swing in and hit it with the blunt end as a bonus action.
Go for it.
Okay. That's again 25 to hit. And that's a D4. So let's use this one. Okay, so that's 9 plus 3. That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
Yeesh.
And Demira's going to action surge.
Okay.
So I'm going to mark that down. Action surge. As it's waking up and, getting into this momentum, now it's just going all out as these people are already dying, in front of it.
Yeah, he just got cut in half.
He got super murdered.
He only took 108 damage.
Kaida's almost dead. Mandiri's almost dead. Everyone's actively dying around Demira right now.
Zell is looking pretty healthy right now.
Yeah, Zell's fine.
Zell's fine.
Girl boss. Okay, so I'm rolling to hit again.
Liam just took 108 damage. That's no big deal, right?
Not great, but that's a 19 to hit, so it still hits at least for the first new attack. Okay, that's 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
And again, same as before, it tries to get another swing in. Let's see. Okay, that's a 22 to hit.
Yeesh.
I was really hoping for a crit with all those advantage rolls, but nope, not today. It's just a blessing that I'm not rolling ones. Okay, good. That is, again, 19 slashing damage to it. And Demira will attempt a pushing attack with that one.
Okay.
So roll a strength save. I know that's unlikely to work. But...
26.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
Darn. I will roll my superiority damage. It's an additional 2. Okay, and it is not pushed, but that is Demira's full turn, as it seems to be starting to get back into some level of comfort in moving, or not back into, but for the first time starting to get comfortable. Yeah. Yes, I'm done.
Are you done yet?
Yes.
Joke. I'm just joking.
Fighter things.
Just fighter things. Yeah, I understand. With that, it is. So yeah, the weapon who
look at me, I'm a target now.
who blundered on the first 2 slashes, just kind of.
Oh, I forgot to roll the AC for Bria for bait and switch.
Yep.
So let me do that quick. She gets 4 added to her AC.
Yes.
Although she's behind me, so I think actually I'm going to decide to take that 4 for myself. I'm at 24 AC now.
24.
Yes.
Alright. With
I'm making myself a target.
Trying to, at least. Yeah.
Yes, trying to.
With that, like I said, Mirka just kind of makes her first swing over Zell's head, which connects right into the hip of the Lionel, or I guess the hip of the man version of it, because it's got 2 hips technically. The front hip of the Lionel. Before immediately she's very floaty, so she kind of takes that first swing, immediately uses the momentum of that to flip around and hit it on the other side, using that momentum to jump up and smack it in the head with the back end, and then immediately just kind of, for extra flourish, does a backflip off the face of this Lionel and does 2 more slashes on its chest. And this Lionel has 2 large gashes on its hips and now 2 more large gashes on its chest as she steps back down, which is still a very slow hover, because it's almost as if she's just floating.
Just like always underwater or something.
Always underwater. Yes, that's a good way to put it. And then with that, Mandiri is up to go again, with the shock of watching her companion just getting basically cut in half in front of her. Just kind of enrages her as she sprints up to try to attack this Lionel and do as much damage as she can. She'll make 2 scimitar attacks at advantage because of the reckless attack. First one misses. Second one does hit. Take 9 more points of damage. 9. 9 damage. Alright. With that, she leaps forward. Unfortunately, like, getting distracted by the flourish of Demira just slashing this beast multiple times. Gets distracted by the, ooh, that was cool, but gets distracted, so the first strike misses, but then she's like, wait, I'm doing something, and makes the second slash on the back hind leg again, and takes a deep cut against Lionel. With that, that is her turn. Leading up to... Oops, I actually forgot to add the d4 for her. Let me see if that would have mattered. It was a 14 would have been the higher roll. See if she would have hit. She would have hit. Okay. Never mind, she didn't get distracted. But let's go hit another hit. So another 5. Alright. She didn't get distracted. She just went, whoa! But then, slash, slash. Slash, slash. And then, Kaida is up. Who again, also, same concept, is very angry that his companion just got cut in half. Is gonna run up and try to slash at the Lionel's legs to try to keep it from moving. So, 20 plus 5. At advantage, a 21 does it. Don't need to roll higher, because that hits.
Unless you get a crit.
The first, it was a 7 and a 21, so
Oh, I see.
I don't need to roll. I think 20 points of damage as the great sword that Kaida is wielding
Nice.
just shakes a chop at the front legs of the Lionel, and a large gash just is across the front thigh leg. And now this Lionel is taking a good... It's not quite heavily bleeding yet, but it is definitely bleeding now. And that is their turn. Up to Bria, who does not want to get in the way, so no. She doesn't want to get in the way, but at the same time, she needs to get away from here because she knows she's a liability, but because she moved the
Lionel hasn't taken its next turn yet, so hasn't it already used its reaction last time someone moved?
Did I use it on somebody?
I think you used it on... Wait, no, because...
Did I use it on... I used it on Zell, that's right, because Zell tried to move. So never mind, it's good.
Okay.
That's right,
Good.
thank you for my... Because it was right away, that's when I used it, right. Because Zell tried to move up and then he shot at Zell, but he missed. Okay, but yeah, so she's just going to move back to try to get out of range. Where was she? She was behind you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just stay in range of people, but right there. Let's go right there. And she'll just cast Sacred Flame on the Lionel. Deck save them. They do stay, so nothing. So you see the bright, radiant flame that hits the Lionel in the chest, and it just kind of looks at it and doesn't react to it. She's Bree's not happy. She's also bleeding pretty profusely
Yeah.
currently. But yeah, so that the Lionel is up next. The Lionel kind of not liking how much it's getting slashed and surrounded again is going to whoosh away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here, and I think you probably know what's gonna happen.
Oh no.
Yep.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna do it.
What if you didn't?
But that's what he's supposed to do. All right. So, as the Lionel appears away from everybody again, you can see it taking a big, deep breath, and you can just kind of feel the heat gathering towards it before it launches a massive fireball from its mouth. As it launches right in the center, hitting everybody. So everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
My specialty. Not. Okay, I'm gonna add a d4 because currently leadership is still active. Actually, is leadership concentration
Ooh.
even?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
that is...
Mandiri rolled a nat 1, so that sucks,
No!
sucks for her.
17 for me.
9 for Bria. And the other two... Oh, got Kaida rolled a nat 20, so they're good.
Okay, good.
And Zell failed as well.
You-
So 3 of them got full damage, the other 2 missed.
At this point, I don't know if half damage is even enough to save them.
Probably not for 2 of them.
Does
did
17 pass or
yes,
fail?
16 was the...
Okay.
28 points of damage.
So 14 for half?
14 halved. Kaida takes 14.
Okay.
He is that. Zell takes the full 28. She's at that. And unfortunately, the other 2 expire
Oh.
due to the flames.
Oh no.
which also makes the other two lose their bless.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Bria and Mandiri do perish to the fireball. Good news for you, the Lionel's out of spells for now.
Oh, good.
For now. Yeah, with that. Yeah, with that, the massive fireball just explodes in front of everybody, and unfortunately, Mandiri and Bria are knocked down and are currently scorched and don't seem to be moving. With that, Zell is back up, who is at this point desperate, but it's just kind of keep trying. Whoops. Hey, it's her turn. Boom. She's going to self-destruct.
No.
Kaboom. Alright, she can get it. She's good. Okay. So she's going to run up into the Lionel and get into range. Try to slash at it. Not at Bliss, though. Need to that time. 16. That does. 15 points of damage. She just lunges directly at this Lionel, stabbing it right in the abdomen. Just angered that her friends are dying and desperate to try and survive this bout combat. And with that, her turn will end. Dead, so Demira, you are back up again.
Okay. It's like Demira's expressionless, mannequin-like face almost seems to start showing some emotion and like concern with all of these people dying around it right after it just awakened for the first time. It's starting to show some panic almost, or confusion also. But it has to continue trying to help out as best as it can. So, yeah, it'll move its full movement up here.
Range
And
Lionel doesn't like you trying to move at it, especially because you slashed it the most. So going to try to shoot you. Not hit.
Oh, good.
15,
my
so
AC is
good.
back down to 20 because it's my turn again. So.
Yep. 15 does not hit. You are good to keep going.
Good. Yep. It'll focus on attacks again. So, regular roll. Does a 17 hit? Oh wait, I still have the leadership anyways.
16.
Okay, good.
16 is what they
right,
see.
Right.
So, there you go.
Okay, let's do black and blue.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Demira's gonna look black and blue after this.
I already am! That's just how I am. That's just how I look.
This is just my normal look. Just one of those days.
15 plus 3, so 18 slashing damage to it.
Okay.
Yet again, goes for its second swing, as it always does. Okay, no, that would still hit. That's a 18 to hit.
Yep.
And that's good. That's 19 slashing damage to it.
Right.
I've gotten a few like 9s and 10s on my D10s, which is good. No, I have to. Everyone's dying. I need to
get some help.
And then I think I'm okay for now because it didn't hit me. So I am gonna continue attacking with my bonus action, flipping around to the blunt end of the axe and just jamming it into it That's a crit because it's a 19 and it's cursed, so that's a crit.
Boy.
Yes. Yes.
Boy.
Okay. So.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Okay, so that's
Mickey, save me.
good and bad roll, but that is 19 slashing damage. Wait, no.
That's
This
bludgeoning
is my
damage.
bludgeoning one. I have to roll different dice. My bad.
Oh.
I keep in the practice round. I crit on my weak little dinky
course.
bludgeoning one too. Okay, that's 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 7, because of my vicious critical, is 21 damage.
Gross. Yeah, your piddly
on my
little hit.
dinky little bludgeoning
Dinky
hit.
little bludgeoning hit. Uh-huh.
And because it's a crit and I get to choose whether to add my maneuvers or not, I will make it a pushing attack to add another superiority damage to it.
18
So
for the save.
yeah, that's my DC is 16.
Yeah.
I forgot what I just rolled. You distracted me.
I'm sorry.
I think it was a 6, but I'm not confident. Do you want me to re-roll?
Sure. You don't remember.
Okay. Well, if it was a 6, that's worse. That's 3 and 5. So an additional 8 damage. It saves, so it's not pushed back.
Yeah. See.
And
Yeah, since you're on the higher end, we'll say you kind of take the advantage of your floaty, so you jump off of the back of Zell and slash its head twice before flipping and doing another floaty flip and just cracking its skull with the back of your poleaxe heavily, as the Lionel just seems very dazed at this point and just kind of is stunned by what just happened.
The funny thing is that my reach is 10 feet, so I'm 10 feet away from it, just like holding the sharp end of the axe to bonk it with the blunt end at a distance.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. All right. What else you got? Or is that it?
That's everything.
That's everything. All right. Back up to Kaida, who is going to leap over his poor dead friend's body and is kind of gonna shift
Run
past
under
it.
me while I'm floating and
Yeah,
jumping
we'll
around.
say that works. Yep. While you're floating. 20 plus 5. 18, that does hit. Points of damage. He goes under you and kind of... Whoa, I just gave the thing 1,000 health on accident.
Uh-oh.
You attack its head, and he kind of goes underneath you and attacks its chest, stabbing into it just like Zell did. And that's his turn as well. He's staying where he's at. The Lionel is up next. Try to get some of its spells back.
Please don't.
Got one spell back. That works for me.
Damn.
So it's immediately
that misty step.
It's gonna immediately use its fireball, even though it's in range of you guys.
Oh.
Because it doesn't really care. It's gonna shoot it here. Whoop, that gets hit. How about right here? There we go. Gonna shoot right there. And so deck saves for everybody.
Yep.
Ooh,
10.
That's fail.
Didn't roll well.
And that's I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Uh-oh.
So we got 3 fails. Max damage for all 3 of you. I rolled like shit, so that's good, at least for you.
Good.
Yeah. 3 1s on that roll. 19 points of damage for the fireball.
Ooh, good.
Oh. 19. Math is hard. You take 19. So Kaida and Zell are starting to look pretty rough now. They're scorched and bleeding, but still barely hanging on. The Lionel is going to... Yeah, gonna use its second wind to get another attack.
Oh.
It's going to first attack Zell. Make it reckless, because why not? Alright, 16 does hit. So Zell takes 21 damage.
Oof.
He's looking rough, and he's going to make one more strike against Tida this time. Does hit.
Uh-oh.
37, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No!
Tida goes down.
I need that D4.
Need that D4.
I mean, oh.
Oh no.
My allies.
Oof. Which, yep, that means
I can be sad about multiple things.
Which means you lose your leadership. Unfortunately. Yeah, with that, the Lionel pushed through itself to try to do that. So yeah, taking out Tida as he falls to the ground with a greatsword stabbed into his chest. And he just kind of looks at the both of you now. And with that,
Demira kind of shakily reaches out towards him as he's dying,
just
and then
slumps over as the Lionel pulls his sword out of his chest. Falls the rest of the way. Dead. Gone. Alright. Yeah. Got Belle, who's going to just keep doing what she's doing and try to hit him. That's 19. She does hit. Oops, not a d20. That's too much damage. Actually, it would be less damage, technically. 13 points of damage. She is the last survivor, as she's just... One of us is gonna go down, is basically what her mindset is. Either it's gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill it. She keeps going, not even really concerned about what Demira wants to do. And with that, Demira, you are up.
Okay. Yeah, Demira will just kind of scooch around, float around to the other side to, well, she will, let me check my movement. Okay, she's gonna move over there.
Good.
So that they're a bit spread out. And
You moved, doesn't like you. You moved.
Yep.
Phew. 21.
I haven't left its range, but I
Yeah,
guess
but
it
you
doesn't
moved.
count that way.
21.
21, yep, barely hits me.
You take 40 points of lightning damage.
40?
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Jesus.
I have rolled, like...
Wait, am I allowed to use shield as a reaction on that?
Technically, yes.
Okay, then yes, I use
All right.
shield. So 25, it doesn't hit, because that I should have done that before you rolled damage, but I forgot about my shield thing.
Yes. I'll let it go this time.
Oof.
Lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna try to attack. Well, first, I'm gonna go out of order, use my bonus action to second wind to get some health back.
Yes.
So,
with that too, as you walked past it, angrily roar at you as it passes before it shoots, and now you have a immediate sense of threatening aura surrounding you.
uh-oh. Does that have actual mechanics to it, or?
It does.
Uh-oh.
You are the target.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My second wind, I get 12 hit points back. Not a lot, but it could have been worse. Okay, now going into 2 standard attacks.
Sure.
Or 2 attacks in general, unless I crit. I did? That's a 19?
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
19.
All right.
Okay, thank God. Okay, I'll use the matching D10. Oh, and another D10. Okay, that's very good.
Oof, excuse me.
That is 15 plus 6 is 21, plus 3 is 24, plus 7 for vicious critical is 31 points of damage.
Stop that.
And I will make it... What? I will make it a menacing attack, even though it's probably immune to fear.
It is.
But I get to add a superiority die, and I don't, like, on the off chance that my pushing attack actually works on it, I still want to be able to get my second attack in, so... it's immune to fear, but I get to add my superiority die to the damage, so that is an additional 5 slashing damage, and that is the first attack.
Okay.
Uses that momentum to come back in for a second swing. Okay, that is 21 to hit.
Yep.
And I'll use my sparkly one. That's 13 slashing damage. And that is my turn.
Christ.
Whew.
Are you done yet? All right.
Yes, I already used my bonus action.
Good.
My AC until my next turn is 25 because I used my reaction for shield.
Okay. Oh, wait. How does that work? All right. I already rolled the things that I needed to roll, so it got back 3 spells. And it also got back its second wind, too.
I think I forgot to roll at advantage if it used reckless, but oh well.
Oh, too late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I missed it this time. It's going to whoosh. Oh, you balls!
It got
Yum.
6 spells back?
It got... No, the 6 was for its to get its second wind back.
Oh, okay.
Which is worse.
Yeah.
So it got 3 spells back, though. So, dex
Oh,
save
no.
for her and you.
Oh no, that's 7.
Oh, she saved. Crit for her.
Good.
Well, she at least saved. We'll take half of this. Oh boy, that might not matter.
Oh no.
That might not matter. Well, actually, it might just barely. Oh, it's math. Math! 9. Oh, it's just enough. She goes down, unfortunately.
AC doesn't matter for AoE.
No, it doesn't. So it goes down. She goes down, unfortunately, as the
I'm all alone.
blast hits her, and you take 39 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I do.
And it's going to use its second wind again. You take a try to hit you at advantage now because you are its threatened target.
Oh, it gets advantage?
Yep. Pretty sure I still missed.
I hope so.
That's 21, but you have shield on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so have to beat 25 or meet 25.
And then one more attempt. Nope. All right.
Ooh.
Yes, missed. It missed.
Good.
Not good. I'm trying to kill you. All right. With that being proceed back to your turn as your brand new companions are all dead before your feet.
Demira looks around at all of these dead bodies and
Dead body.
seems to hesitate for a moment. Ugh, why are you so far away?
Because he goes whoosh. And he's hurt.
uh,
I'm pretty sure you already know what's going to happen as soon as you move.
yes, yeah. I have a couple spell slots left. I can't get to it, and it still has more spells as far as I know.
Yes.
I might sneak around behind the tree.
Okay. Well, as you start to walk, it's going to go
to get out of its line of sight later.
Does not hit, fortunately.
Okay, good.
Okay. What else are you going to
I will hold my action for if it gets within range of me.
All right.
And end my turn.
Your turn. All right. Bonus action. Well, first we're going to see if it gets its second wind back. It does. Cool.
Oh.
And then see if it gets back any spells. It gets 3 back. Oh. Back to full again. Even better. All right. So it's going to go.
This
1,
is not good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Standing over the dead bodies of your dead companions. And I'll fireball that tree.
Yeah.
And the fireball goes around everything. So.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Please make a dexterity
I know it
save.
does.
Dexterity save for you.
Sparkly.
16.
I meet 16.
All right. So you save then.
Okay.
Take 27, half to 13.
Okay.
13 points of fire damage. That's going to use the second wind. It got it back. And fireball you one more time.
Can it cast 2 leveled spells in one turn?
When it uses its second wind, it says I can make another attack.
Yeah, but...
Alright, fine.
Player rules.
Player
No.
rules.
Don't let me bully you. I'm just joking.
Oh. Another dex save.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going by the game logic, he shoots like 5 of them at once, so...
This isn't Zelda.
I'm just saying.
I use the time slow thing and attack 25 times in one turn.
You have to dodge it first.
That's 19 for a success.
So you stay. You take 13 more points of fire damage.
Oof.
How you doing?
I'm at on a scale from 1 to 92, I'm at a 6.
Ooh.
So Demira is just covered in like fractures and cracks and
Scorch
like
marks.
shattering, crumbling pieces of metal.
Scorch marks too.
Yes.
All right. Then it's your turn. Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well. All right. We're gonna. The tree is not helping, so we're gonna move in range. Whoops. And are you gonna use your thing?
Of course.
So I will. It missed?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Wait, it's an advantage. I forgot.
Okay. Yeah.
Still missed.
Okay. Yep, I guess we're just gonna attack. That's all all I've got to do here. Like, I can't run away, so we're gonna try to hit. And it used fireball twice, so there was no reckless, right?
Oh.
Of course, that's a natural 1. And for the second swing, another natural 1.
Oh.
We're back, baby!
In her defense, she's been fireballed 3 times. 4 times.
I've got 6 health left, and I'm crumbling and cracked and fractured and trying to lift a heavy weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to Yeah, I'll try to go in for that blunt end hit. Natural 20. I'm gonna get another really good dinky little crit.
Christ. Of course you are.
I hope. I'm gonna go out with a bang. I hope.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I will with fireball. A literal bang. Okay, so that is 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 7 for vicious is 21. Again, I think that's what I got last time.
Yes, it is. Fuck's sake.
So 21 bludgeoning damage on it. I will use my last superiority die for this. Try to do. You know what? Pushing attack is not going to help me here, but it's strong. I'll go for it. Make a strength save.
Well, that's a 12. He actually did it this time.
Wow. So I
Three.
actually. Well, this is like not good for me though, because now he's just further out of my range. I should have done menacing, but that's an additional 13 damage. Ugh, that's my turn.
Your turn.
That's my turn.
It's your turn. All right. Yeah. Lionel's happy with you, so let me see if I get my shit back first. Oh. Nope, doesn't get its second wind back at least.
Okay, good.
How many spells does it get back though? 2.
No, could you not? I don't have anything to help me against fireball.
Fireball!
My weakness, explosions.
Explosions. Yeah, it's gonna fireball you again.
No!
I should say technically this isn't a spell. It's just using the fireball staff.
I know, but like my point is
I know.
me boosting my AC isn't gonna help me against a DC.
Nope.
Okay, here we go. Can he roll? If he rolls like a 6 or lower and I succeed, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Totally gonna happen.
Yep.
That's a 5.
Oh.
I am so dead.
Yes. 25. And with that, what does Demira do as she falls?
As the fireball is coming towards it, there's nothing it can do. It just instinctively like braces its arms in front of its face, and it's just smoldering and fractured, and the fractures crack along over to where a heart would be. It just falls limp, sinking down back to the ground, no longer levitating, falls to its knees and flops over, and then its form shifts back into that weapon. And what was once a pristine, legendary craftsmanship weapon is now covered in cracks, fractures, missing little chunks, and beautiful details of it snapped off, just looking destroyed.
And the weapon disappearing, the Lionel just roars its ferocious roar again. And then as your consciousness is fading away, you hear the heavy footfalls as the Lionel approaches. As your vision blurs, the Lionel picks you up and seems to look at you all around and kind of swings you around. As expire. Or with that, that is how we will end the session. Start back up on the official session live. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming to see our little solo session here to kind of show off the events of Demira before she joins the party. And yeah. Hopefully I'll do a couple more of these things with maybe some other party members. They'll be kind of just these little mini bonus episodes, but yeah. So look forward to all of you guys seeing Demira for real and looking forward to see what's gonna happen with her and everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
He's dead.
I'm dead.
Ah.